Unit 10 of the Preparatory level, second edition of Succeeding at the Piano. Page 52, students are now learning what a skip is. Oh my goodness, so here skips are always a line to a line note with a space skipped, or a space note to a space note with a line skipped. So we always want to put a little X in the line or the space that is skipped. This way the student can see this pattern immediately. Papa Haydn is there and he says skip a finger and a key when you play a skip. So this piece is called skips. Okay, and for visual learners, there are also two little boys on a keyboard, and students can see, oh, they're skipping one white key. So let's talk about students that come in, transfer students, and they play like this, where all of their knuckles are collapsed like this. That's a real problem because years and years of this, they're going to get so tight right here in this muscle here in the forearm. They get tight underneath the wrist and the forearm, and I call these chicken feet. You look like chicken feet. So we want to make sure that our students can bring their four knuckles up, and you can definitely put your index finger in between fourth and fifth fingers right here so that the knuckles don't collapse. During COVID and we're not with our students, they can do this with their other hand, right? They can take their right index finger and go ahead and put it right here where the fourth and fifth fingers are. So every day, if you have a transfer student that has that issue of collapsed joints, we have to fix it immediately because there's just no good way a student is going to play with a hand position like that. Okay, so Unit 10, In My Dreams I Sing, is this gorgeous piece by Kevin Costley, all based on skips. Was this piece peaceful? So wonderful works on thirds or skips. On page 54, students are playing skips with Papa Haydn, a wonderful technical exercise. Watch your hands when you play. Check your hand shape. Play with your four little hills for the four top knuckles. And skip a finger when you play a skip. So we also ask our students to go ahead and circle the fingers that they will use in their left hand and again in their right hand. At the bottom of this page, I say that skips are also called thirds. So I think it's important for students to also get the right name of the interval. Yankee Doodle Went to Town is the next piece. Before the student actually plays the piece, make sure that they can circle all the skips. I put an X in between the notes that are a skip. So in that second measure, we're going to circle the C and the E, and we're going to put an X on the D in between those two notes. And then we'll have the student definitely tap the rhythm, and then they can play the piece. All right, so now let's take a look at Unit 10 of the recital book, A Fish Tale. Once I met a little fish while diving in the sea. He was playing piano and it sounded good to me. So I asked this little fish to tell how this could be. Then he answered with a smile, my scales have been the key. This lovely piece is by Kevin Olson. So this little piece has the student playing an almost middle C. The thumb of the right hand is on middle C. The third finger of the left hand is on G. Some really excellent skips in that piece. All right, and also Morning on page 22 and 23, this is one of our students' favorite pieces. It's by Edvard Grieg. Students always want to play this for their spring recital. Teachers ask me, how long does it take to go through the preparatory level? I would say anywhere from 2 months to a year, depending on how smart the student is, how much they practice, and how much support they have at home from their parents. So Morning is just a fabulous piece, and Watch Me Play with a tissue box touch release at the end. And both you and your student can come off with that tissue box touch release, and the student will say, oh, it was so beautiful, so quiet. And in the theory book, in this particular unit, students obviously are reviewing the skips for the first time, and we have little panda bears. They're showing the students visually what skips look like, and students write in letter names, and they have to put little X's in between the notes that are skipped. And parrot play, if you remember, are all melodic patterns. So here the students will listen to you play some skips, and they get to play them back. So that's Unit 10.